The temple's secrets were about to be unearthed, and the world would never be the same.
And what's with the guardian? Is it a friend or an enemy? We can't tell.
One thing's for sure, the temple's interior is cursed, and we're running out of time. The earth shatters as the ancient temple's seal is broken, unleashing catastrophic destruction. The ground splits wide, revealing a chasm that threatens to swallow everything whole. Anna's voice is laced with terror as she screams, "What's happening?" A monstrous dragon bursts forth, its scales glistening with an otherworldly glow. The beast unleashes a deafening roar, shattering the air and sending shockwaves through the ground. Anna's eyes are wide with awe as she stammers, "Whoa! His scales are there." A mysterious figure watches from the shadows as Anna's world burns. He just killed the king, leaving Jinseok's group in chaos.
What just happened?
A mysterious message from Song Hwa's mother sets the tone. Trust no one.
Why would she say that?
Jinseok's group is shaken, but he's not one to back down.
Wait, who is Jinseok?
Leader of the group, known for bravery and questionable ethics.
Questionable ethics? That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Jinseok's harsh words sent shockwaves through the group. But what's behind his anger?
Who is he talking to?
None other than his rival, Lee Hyun, with a history of betrayal.
Rival? What's going on here?
Their animosity runs deep, fueled by past betrayals and secrets.
What kind of betrayals? What secrets?
Lee Hyun's past lies in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered.
Ooh, secrets.
The truth is about to be revealed, but not before a shocking twist that will change everything. Mid-chapter cliffhanger.
Wait, what's happening? Lee Hyun's eyes are locked onto Jinseok, a deadly intent burning within.
The group holds its collective breath as Lee Hyun takes a step forward, his eyes fixed on Jinseok.
Whoa, is he going to attack?
Jinseok stands firm, his eyes flashing with a fierce warning. But will it be enough?
Warning? Is this a fight?
The air is heavy with tension as the two enemies face off, but what's lurking in the shadows?
This is getting intense.
The sound of footsteps echoes in the distance, growing louder by the second.
Footsteps? Who's coming?
A group of heavily armed soldiers emerges from the shadows, guns trained on the group.
Soldiers? Oh no.
Song Hwa's warning echoes in Jinseok's mind. Trust no one.
What does it mean?
The soldiers close in, their guns trained on the group, and Jinseok's eyes dart towards Lee Hyun for help.
Help? Who's going to save them?
Lee Hyun's eyes lock onto the soldiers, a fierce determination burning within. But will it be enough?
Wait, what's he doing?
The soldiers are closing in, and Jinseok's group is running out of options.
Oh no, they're going to shoot.
Jinseok's desperate plea for help hangs in the air. But will anyone answer?
This is it, the moment of truth.
Lee Hyun's eyes flash with a fierce resolve. But what will he do next?
The fate of Jinseok's group hangs in the balance, and the outcome is far from certain.
They've fought and survived. But the true horror is only just beginning.
Wait, how many people were fighting?
Over 100 students of the prestigious Bellevue Academy, all brutally slaughtered. Dizong, a council president, takes charge of the few remaining survivors.
Who's Dizong?
He's a student leader, known for his charisma and strategic thinking, but with a hidden agenda. His fighting skills are unmatched, but his secrets could be the key to their survival. Inu's words are met with skepticism by some students, who are still reeling from their losses.
Why are they not believing her?
Some students have lost loved ones, making it hard to trust anyone, including each other. No superpowers, just his leadership skills to unite the students, but at what cost?
That's still pretty cool.
Inu approaches Jinseok, her expression unreadable. But her intentions are clear. She's watching him. The key to unlocking the secrets behind the monstrous attacks and the true power of the class cards.
Monsters? What monsters?
The class cards, powerful artifacts that have gone rogue and are now hunting down humanity. Jinseok and Inu are cautious around Dizong, sensing that something is off.
Why are they not trusting him?
Dizong's intentions are unclear, adding to the tension, and the students are starting to turn on each other. They fought for their lives, and some lost loved ones, leaving scars that will never heal.
That's so sad.
Dizong offers words of comfort, trying to ease their pain, but his words are hollow. But Dizong's words are interrupted by a sudden noise, and the students are faced with a terrifying reality.
What was that?
It's the sound of the monsters approaching, and the students are running out of time. Jinseok and Inu are at odds over how to handle the situation, and the students are starting to turn on each other.
Why are they disagreeing?
Jinseok thinks they should fight back, while Inu believes in fleeing, but the monsters are closing in. The class cards are powerful artifacts that have turned against humanity, and the students are the only ones who can stop them.
That's so scary.
Jinseok realizes that he chose the class card that summoned the monsters, and he's faced with the consequences of his actions. The students are shocked by Jinseok's revelation, and they're starting to turn on him.
How could he be so stupid?
Jinseok tries to apologize, but it's too late, and the students are faced with a difficult decision. Dizong intervenes, trying to calm the situation, but it may already be too late. The fate of humanity hangs in the balance, and the students are faced with an impossible choice.
That's a huge task.
The students must decide whether to trust Jinseok or to turn against him. The fate of humanity depends on it.
What? No, that can't be right.
The council president's words are dripping with malice as he delivers the fatal blow.
This is insane. How could he do that?
The calm facade of the council president hides a ruthless killer.
But why? What could Hanho have done to deserve this?
The truth is, Hanho stumbled upon the council president's darkest secret.
What secret? What's going on?
The council president's grip on power is slipping, and he'll stop at nothing to maintain control.
This is getting intense. The department heads are moving in to take Hanho down.
Hanho's fate hangs in the balance as the council president's men close in.
Oh no, this is it. He's going to be caught.
The council president's men have Hanho in their sights, and he's running out of options.
What's going to happen to him? Is he going to escape?
The council president's patience is wearing thin. Hanho's time is running out.
This is it. He's going to make a move.
But will it be enough to save him from the council president's wrath?
No. This can't be happening.
The council president's men are closing in. Hanho's last chance is slipping away.
What's going on? Why is the king showing up now?
The king's arrival throws a wrench into the council president's plans. But for how long?
Who is this king? And what's his stake in this game?
The king's true intentions remain a mystery, but one thing's clear. He's not here to make friends.
What's going on? Why is the department head getting involved?
The department head's allegiance is tested as the king's words cut deep.
What's the truth behind this? What's really going on?
The king's words hint at a deeper conspiracy, one that could bring down the entire system.
This is huge. The implications are staggering.
The council president's grip on power is starting to slip. But at what cost?
What's going to happen next? Will the truth come out?
The king's words have sparked a fire that will not be easily extinguished.
But what about Hanho? Is he going to be okay?
The council president's men are closing in. Hanho's fate remains uncertain.
This is it. The final showdown is about to begin.
The council president's anger boils over as he confronts the king.
The truth is finally coming out, but at what cost?
The council president's secrets are exposed, and the consequences are dire.
What's the aftermath of this revelation going to be?
The king's words have sparked a chain reaction that will change everything.
And in the midst of all this chaos, a shocking revelation threatens to upend everything. The king is not who he seems to be.
They're being hunted, their screams echoing through the deserted campus. A chilling reminder of their desperate situation.
Wait, what?
The monster's ferocity is almost supernatural, their speed and power leaving no room for escape. The group trembles with fear, but also with a hint of determination, refusing to give up.
We need to get out of here.
Their chances of survival are slim, but they decide to fight back, driven by desperation. When you stick together, you become stronger. The leader's words a promise of hope.
But what if we get killed?
Death looms over them, a dark cloud that threatens to consume them at any moment. His juniors were taken advantage of, a tragic reminder of his true nature.
That's disgusting.
The group's leader mentions the president's true colors, a warning that Anna doesn't quite understand. The group focuses on their main goal: escape the campus, a daunting task that seems impossible.
That's easy, right?
Escape, then avoid crowded areas, the monsters hunting people like prey. It leads to a safer area, away from the monsters' hunting grounds, but at what cost?
But what if we get caught?
The group's leader seems confident in their plan, but Anna is still unsure. The silence is oppressive, punctuated only by the sound of their footsteps, a reminder of their isolation.
What's going on?
They finally reach the end of the footpath, but their journey is far from over. The group hesitates at the foot of the hill, unsure of what lies ahead.
What's wrong?
The leader whispers something to the others, a secret that will change everything. The hill seems to stretch on forever, a never-ending challenge that pushes them to their limits.
Is it really that far?
The group's leader calls out to them, a warning that something is wrong. A faint noise echoes through the air, a sound that sends shivers down their spines.
What's that?
The group exchanges nervous glances, a sense of unease that grips them all.
What's happening?
The noise grows louder, and the group's leader whispers, "Quiet."
What's wrong?
The group holds their breath, a moment of tension that will decide their fate.
This is so scary.
A figure emerges from the darkness, a presence that sends a chill down their spines. The group's leader whispers, "Wrong," a warning that something is terribly wrong.
What do you mean?
The figure begins to move towards them, a slow and deliberate approach that fills them with dread. The group's fate hangs in the balance, a decision that will determine their survival.
Please.
The figure raises its hand, a gesture that will seal their fate.
No.
And everything goes black.
Wait, what just happened?
Anna wakes up to find herself in a dark room, a faint whisper echoing in her mind. "You're not alone." The village lies in ruins, the king's lifeless body a grim testament to the goblin's wrath.
Wait, are those goblins?
The same creatures that slaughtered the village, their malevolent presence suffocating the forest. Their leader, a towering goblin, glares with an unholy hunger, its eyes burning with malice.
Is that a sword?
A crude but deadly blade, slicing through the air with deadly precision, leaving a trail of terror.
How big is that thing?
Larger than any normal goblin, its blade thirsting for blood, a harbinger of doom. The air is thick with tension as the goblin charges, its roar echoing through the forest.
What's going to happen?
The battle rages on, a deafening cacophony of steel and screams, the outcome hanging precariously in the balance.
This is too intense.
A sudden leap forward, catching the goblin off guard, sparks a glimmer of hope in the darkness.
Is that a goblin boss?
Bigger than that goblin boss, it towers over the battlefield, an unyielding monolith of malevolence.
What's going to happen next?
The goblins, after their initial shock, begin to regroup, their numbers swelling like a dark tide.
Wait, what's that noise?
A battle cry echoes through the forest, a battle cry that will change the course of history.
It's so loud.
The warrior charges forward, a daring leap that will either save the village or seal its fate.
What's happening?
A whirlwind of steel and fury, a maelstrom of chaos that will leave only one victor.
Is he going to win?
The warrior clashes with the goblin in a frenzy of steel, the outcome hanging precariously in the balance.
What's that material?
A sturdy suit of armor, forged from the strongest metals, a testament to the warrior's unyielding spirit.
He's so strong.
But will it be enough to turn the tide of battle, or will the goblin's ferocity prove too much to overcome? The city lies in ruins, a catastrophic explosion that's left nothing but destruction behind.
What just happened? The ground is shaking beneath our feet.
A rogue scientist unleashed a new skeleton material, and it's spreading fast.
What's that stuff made of? It looks like it's eating everything in its path.
Nanotechnology infused with dark magic, a deadly combination that's beyond our control.
This is sci-fi horror come to life. We need to get out of here, now.
But it's too late, the material is self-healing, and it's adapting to its environment.
Why isn't anyone stopping it? The government is in chaos, and the military is overwhelmed.
The one-armed warrior, a legendary fighter, has been activated to take down the threat.
Oh no, is that a skeleton walking towards us? It's massive, with razor-sharp claws.
The creature is at least 100 feet tall, and still growing, its power is unimaginable.
We need to get out of here, now. We can't take on something that big.
But the one-armed warrior is not one to back down from a fight. He's charging towards the creature.
This is insane. What can we do to help?
The warrior's sword is forged from the same dark magic material as the skeleton, a powerful advantage.
And what's that look in his eye? He's not just fighting for himself, he's fighting for something bigger.
The warrior is a skilled fighter with a strong sense of justice. He's the only one who can stop the creature.
This is it, the moment of truth.
The sound of the skeleton's bones shattering is deafening. The warrior's power is unmatched.
We need to get out of here, now. The warrior's attack is causing massive destruction.
But we can't leave yet. The battle is far from over.
What's going to happen next? The warrior is shouting for his allies to come and support him.
But will they arrive in time? The skeleton is closing in, and the warrior is taking massive damage.
This is it, the moment of truth.
And just when you thought it was all over.
But what about the warrior? We can't just leave him behind.
He's not alone. His allies are arriving, and they're ready to take on the skeleton.
This is it, the final showdown.
But will they succeed? The fate of the city hangs in the balance.
Wait, what's that? A sudden twist in the battle. The skeleton it's not what we thought it was.
What do you mean? It's not a monster at all. It's something much worse.
What is it? Tell me what's going on.
The skeleton is not a creature at all. It's a harbinger of something much darker. Something that threatens to destroy everything we hold dear.
What are you talking about? This is insane.
The skeleton is just the beginning. A new threat is emerging, one that will change everything.
We need to get out of here, now. The stakes have never been higher.
And as we flee the city, we can't help but wonder. What's coming next? Nash just killed the king, and now the entire realm is in chaos.
Wait, who's Nash?
A ruthless warrior with a dark past, feared by all. His true intentions remain unclear, but one thing's for sure, he's not to be underestimated.
That's so frustrating.
His arch-nemesis, the VNR, is closing in.
Who are they?
A powerful foe with abilities that will leave you speechless.
What are the VNR's powers?
A mysterious being with the power to control the very fabric of reality.
That's so cool.
But Nash has had enough of their games, and now he's out for revenge. The VNR's defenses are about to be shattered, and Nash is just getting started.
How does he plan to do that?
With the help of his trusty skeletons, who will sacrifice themselves for him without hesitation. A magical energy that fuels his abilities, and the key to his ultimate victory.
Whoa, magic.
Nash is rushing towards the VNR, and the battle is about to begin. Nash will need to find a way to overcome this obstacle, or risk being defeated. A flurry of attacks from both sides, with neither gaining the upper hand.
Who's winning?
The VNR is putting up a fierce resistance, but Nash refuses to back down. But just as Nash gains the upper hand, the VNR unleashes a shocking counterattack.
Whoa!
The battle rages on, with no end in sight, and Nash's fate hangs in the balance. His wrist, the source of his power, but the VNR won't go down without a fight.
That's so vulnerable.
The VNR tries to defend himself, but Nash is too quick, and the outcome is far from certain. Nash prepares for the final blow, but will it be a swift and deadly strike or something more?
What's going to happen?
The VNR's defenses crumble, and he falls to the ground. But at what cost?
The VNR is defeated.
The forest is now scarred, and the VNR's powers are gone, leaving Nash to wonder if it was all worth it.
That's so sad.
The VNR lies defeated, but the true cost of Nash's victory is only just beginning to reveal itself. The path ahead is uncertain, but Nash is ready, and the fate of the realm hangs in the balance.
He's so brave.
With a deep breath, Nash disappears into the unknown, and the adventure continues. And the journey of Nash continues, but will he emerge victorious in the end?
We'll find out next time on Manhwa with Hari. Don't forget to subscribe for more thrilling adventures.
The clash of steel on steel resonates through the forest, and the tension is palpable.
What's happening?
The player just killed the orc patrol leader, earning gold.
What's gold for? That's not much for a strong orc.
It's a decent reward, but the orc was stronger than average.
Wait, stronger than average? What made it so strong?
It had a tad more resilience than usual.
He's so strong. I'm getting worried for the player.
But the player's skills made it relatively easier. Their teamwork, mostly.
Wow, they're like a team. I love it.
Unfortunately, their level is too low to summon mid-level monsters.
What happens if they summon something? Will it be a nightmare?
They can't command the dead under their authority.
The dead? That's creepy.
The player chooses the Blaze class.
What's Blaze? Is it a powerful class?
It's a powerful class with 3 stars.
3 stars? That's amazing. I'm excited to see what they can do.
The player's husband has a new skill, Create Bone. The player chooses to create a club using bones.
A club? Like from a barbarian? That's so weird.
Yes, it's a basic club made from bones.
Bones? That's not what I expected. I'm intrigued.
The club is surprisingly high level. It's higher than expected, even for a basic club.
That's crazy. I want to see more.
The item info reveals its name and effects.
What does it do? Is it useful?
The club increases damage when used while injured. The player's husband summons more bone clubs.
More bones? This is getting creepy.
The clubs have different effects like inflicting faint status.
Faint status? Like, when you're sick. That's so clever.
The player and husband team up to take down the orcs. The player's husband takes the lead, wielding his bone clubs.
Bone clubs? He's so brave. I'm rooting for him.
The clubs prove to be effective against the orcs.
They're winning. This is so exciting.
The player's husband gains confidence in his new skills. But the orcs are relentless, and the player's husband is getting hurt.
Oh no. He's getting hurt. The tension is killing me.
The player rushes to his side, ready to support him as they take the orc leader down. The synergy, a club a day, boosts their damage output.
That's so cool. But what's the catch?
The synergy also inflicts faint status on the orcs. The player rushes to his side, ready to support him as they take the orc leader down.
They're doing it. But what's next? Will they face an even greater challenge?
The player's husband unleashes a flurry of attacks, taking down the orcs. The player's husband is now a force to be reckoned with, but the true test is yet to come.
Oh no. What's coming next? I need to know.
The player's husband receives a mysterious message from an unknown sender.
More bones? This is getting creepy.
The clubs have different effects like inflicting faint status.
Faint status? Like, when you're sick. That's so clever.
The player and husband team up to take down the orcs.
They're going to fight the orcs. This is intense.
The player's husband takes the lead, wielding his bone clubs. Person's 94th apology falls flat, leaving Anna reeling in shock. Anna's voice trembles as she asks, "What's going on? Why is he apologizing again?" Brian reveals the truth. "When he tells you to, you saw it arms off." Anna's eyes widen in horror as she exclaims, "Oh no! What's happening?" A sudden force knocks Brian down, leaving Anna frantic. "Knocked down? Is he okay?" Brian's voice is laced with urgency. "It's not just a fall. His arms are literally severed." Anna's shock turns to rage. "Severed? That's so violent." Brian's warning is dire. "We need to be cautious while heading down. We're almost there." Anna's fear spikes. "Heading down where? Is that safe?" Brian's voice is cryptic. "We're approaching the sealed door that must be opened by a boss battle." Anna's anxiety peaks. "A boss battle? That sounds terrifying." Brian's tone is grave. "Be careful. We need to take down the boss within the given time frame." Anna's question hangs in the air. "If we fail, what happens to us?" Brian's response sends a chill down Anna's spine. "The monsters in this area will grow stronger and become even harder to defeat." Anna's determination is clear. "That's so unfair. We can't let that happen." Brian's warning is a cliffhanger teaser. But we're not out of time yet. We have one more chance to make it right. Anna's eyes narrow. "How are we going to open it?" Brian's voice is a whisper. "Defeat the boss monster in the area, and the door will unlock." Anna's voice is a shout. "But what if we lose? What if we can't defeat it?" Brian's timer is ticking. Time is running out. We have only minutes left. Anna's panic sets in. Minutes? That's not enough time. Brian's decision is crucial. An orc unit is beginning their hunt. We need to choose a location to fight them. Anna's fear is palpable. Orcs? Aren't they really strong? Brian's strategy is a gamble. Yes, they are. But we have a choice of how to fight them. Anna's question hangs in the air. But what if we choose wrong? What if we get overwhelmed? Brian's advice is a surprise. Being in a big group might actually work to our disadvantage. Anna's curiosity is piqued. What do you mean? Why is that? Brian's explanation is a revelation. The more warriors they are, the more they'll dispatch. We might need to fight fewer. Anna's understanding is a eureka moment. Fewer? But that means we'll be fighting alone. Brian's plan is a twist. We can use their weakness to our advantage. Anna's eyes light up. Their weakness? What is it? Brian's answer is a game changer. They rely heavily on their sense of smell to track their prey. Anna's excitement is contagious. That's it? That's their weakness. Brian's confidence is reassuring. Yes, it is. And it's our key to victory. Anna's question is a surprise. Wait, where are we going? Brian's destination is a mystery. We're heading to the student council group's location. Anna's curiosity is piqued. But why? Is something wrong? Brian's response is cryptic. We need to be there. It's crucial to our plan. Anna's determination is clear. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. The village is on fire. The king is dead. The darkness is coming.
What's happening? Why is it so dark?
5 orcs charge towards the village, their ferocity unrelenting. But their ferocity is unnerving. The villagers are in grave danger.
What sports field? What are you talking about?
A lesser-known gathering spot for Orcish warriors. A training ground for the fiercest of them. The orcs' leader, a towering figure with a scar above his left eyebrow, lets out a deafening roar.
That's so loud. What's going on?
The other orcs falter, momentarily stunned by their leader's outburst. A small band of villagers, armed and determined to defend their homes, lies in wait.
Armed villagers? That's not fair.
The orcs, however, seem unaware of this counterattack. They're focused solely on breaching the village gates. The orcs, unaware of the trap set for them, charge forward with reckless abandon.
A trap? What kind of trap?
A cleverly laid ambush, utilizing the natural terrain to funnel the orcs into a kill zone. The orcs, undiscerning and brutal, will unwittingly fall prey to the villagers' clever plan.
Why are they so stupid?
Their aggression, untempered by strategy or caution, will be their downfall. The orcs, caught off guard, will be unable to react in time.
This is going to be so exciting.
The villagers, with their cunning and bravery, will emerge victorious.
Wait, what's that? A dark portal has opened, shrouding the land in an eerie glow.
The Gate of Shadows, a passage to the unknown, beckons the brave and the foolhardy.
But what lies within? The darkness seems to writhe and twist, like a living thing.
Fear not, Anna. In darkness lies strength, and the warrior who steps forward will claim victory.
But what if he's not prepared?
The brave warrior draws his sword, ready to face the unknown and shatter the darkness.
What's that he's shouting? A battle cry echoes through the land, striking fear into the hearts of his enemies. Oh no, he's going to get himself killed. The orcs are closing in, their cruel blades glinting in the sunlight.
But the warrior is no ordinary fighter, armed with ancient knowledge and a fierce determination. The orcs, fueled by greed and malice, charge forward with reckless abandon, but the warrior stands firm.
What's that noise? The ground shakes beneath their feet as they clash in a maelstrom of steel and magic. Whoa, did he just use magic? The power of the elements courses through him, a true warrior of legend.
But the orcs will not be defeated so easily. They regroup and launch a fierce counterattack, determined to take down the warrior. But the warrior refuses to fall, summoning a fierce determination to drive him forward.
Attack! He's going to take them all down. The warrior unleashes a flurry of strikes, determined to emerge victorious. Wait, what's happening? The warrior's form begins to shift and contort, his body glowing with an otherworldly energy.
The warrior's transformation is complete. He has become something new, something powerful.
Swoosh! What's happening? The orcs are being drawn towards the warrior, as if by some unseen force.
The warrior unleashes a devastating combo, shattering the orcs' defenses and sending them stumbling back.
Snag! Screech! Smack! Area! The orcs are no match for the warrior's newfound power.
The orcs stumble back, their momentum broken, but the warrior's victory is short-lived.
He's going to win. The warrior stands tall, his sword raised high in triumph.
But victory is not without cost. As the warrior succumbs to his wounds, his strength waning. Rewards for defeating an orc hunter: gold, gold, gold. The warrior's pockets are filled with treasure. But at what cost?
Wait, what's happening? The warrior's form begins to glow with an otherworldly energy. Only.
The true challenge has just begun, as the warrior faces an even greater foe. One who will test his limits and push him to the very brink of destruction.
Some. The warrior's fate hangs in the balance, as he prepares to face the ultimate challenge.
But the warrior refuses to fall, summoning a fierce determination to drive him forward.
Attack! He's going to take them all down. The warrior unleashes a flurry of strikes, determined to emerge victorious.
He just killed the king. The young warrior, Ash, stirs in her bed, her chest heaving with exhaustion. Her eyes snap open, focusing on the figure looming over her. A high-speed slash hurtles towards her, but she's ready. She chooses the dagger, and with a swift stab, she defeats the attacker. With 2 stat points gained, her body's warmth hints at an unexpected change. Feels.
Cost? What does that mean? Her body's adapting to the change, but she's not sure if she can control it.
Her skill doesn't require the dagger, but she can still use it to augment her abilities. But just as she's starting to understand her new abilities, a battle cry echoes through the forest. Orcs are emerging from the trees.
Orcs? Are they the bad guys? Why are they here? The group's small, but they're not defenseless, as they wield their spears. Intervene? What can she do to help? But as she looks at the orcs, she knows she can't just stand by and watch.
Their attacks are clumsy, the orcs' primary tactic being a spear thrust through the windows. But just as she's about to charge in, she hears a voice whispering in her ear.
What's going on? Is she going crazy? The darkness outside her window seems to press in, making her skin crawl.
She takes a deep breath and focuses on the orcs, who are now charging towards her. It's time to fight. The orcs are closing in, their spears at the ready. She needs to act fast or it'll be too late.
Too late? What does that mean? She charges forward, her dagger at the ready. Is she going to win? The orcs are strong, but she's determined to take them down.
The fight is far from over, and she knows she'll need every ounce of strength she has to emerge victorious. The orcs are closing in, their spears at the ready. She needs to act fast or it'll be too late.
Too late? What does that mean? She takes a deep breath and charges forward, her dagger at the ready. Is she going to win? The orcs are strong, but she's determined to take them down.
The fight is far from over, and she knows she'll need every ounce of strength she has to emerge victorious. The orcs are closing in, their spears at the ready. She needs to act fast or it'll be too late.
Too late? What does that mean? She takes a deep breath and charges forward, her dagger at the ready. Is she going to win? The orcs are strong, but she's determined to take them down.
The outcome is far from certain, but one thing's for sure. Only one side will emerge victorious. The villagers are slaughtered, their homes reduced to ashes.
They're human.
Corrupted by dark magic, these warriors now unleash terror.
Eat.
The villagers charge forward, blindly confronting their attackers.
This is a recipe for disaster.
They're about to learn the true meaning of war.
Why are they doing this?
They're driven by desperation, not strategy.
What's the plan here?
Smash the orcs no matter the cost.
Kyangsu's spear is useless against these human orcs.
He's more concerned with staying alive.
If you can't lead, then get out of the way.
Kyangsu's about to find out the hard way.
The villagers are on the brink of collapse.
The orcs won't stop until they're all dead.
This is the end, we're all going to die.
Hold on, Anna, help is almost here.
What's that noise? It's getting louder.
The sound of reinforcements is deafening.
Wait, those aren't reinforcements. They're skeletons.
Ancient warriors back from the dead.
This is even scarier than the orcs.
We need to get out of here now.
Where can we hide?
Not from the skeletons, Anna. From something even worse.
What is it? Tell me.
Something that's been unleashed by this chaos.
We have to get out of here, now.
We can't escape what's coming for us.
Is it the skeletons?
No, Anna. It's not the skeletons.
What's behind the door?
The darkness that's been growing in power.
Open it. Let's get out of here.
Not now, Anna. We have to face it.
What's behind the door?
The true horror that's been unleashed.
It's coming for us.
Rendi just killed the king, and Lunas is on the run.
What's going on? Why are they fighting?
Rendi's eyes narrowed, her hand on the hilt of her sword, ready to strike at any moment. A faint sniffle escaped her lips, betraying her tough exterior.
Why is she crying?
The sound sent ripples through the air as Snoochu, a lone figure, watched from the shadows. Phew, the fight was over as quickly as it had begun, and now Rendi stood panting, her chest heaving with exertion. Move aside. I have some money, Lunas said, her eyes glinting with a newfound confidence.
What does she want with money?
What? Rendi's confusion was plain on her face. So, shall we continue our discussion? Lunas asked, her voice dripping with amusement.
What are they talking about?
The air was thick with tension as the two women stood there, their conversation hanging precariously in the balance. That we tried to buy more items but we couldn't afford it.
Why didn't they have enough?
We only had enough for one attempt, but something unexpected happened. Rendi's eyes widened as she stared at the screen in front of her, her heart racing with anticipation.
What's happening?
Please choose a lucky roulette option, a robotic voice announced, the words echoing through the alley. The air was charged with tension as Rendi's fate hung in the balance, the outcome uncertain.
This is so intense.
Flash, the screen displayed the E-Rank store's best option on offer. The world held its breath as Rendi's decision was revealed, the outcome hanging precariously in the balance.
What's going to happen?
The screen flickered, and a bright light filled the air, as Rendi's fate was sealed. Gulp, Rendi swallowed hard, her eyes fixed on the screen in front of her, as the truth began to dawn on her.
Why is she nervous?
The screen displayed a single, ominous word, congratulations.
What does it mean? What are they talking about?
The kingdom is in shambles. The king is dead, and Songwoo stands accused.
What just happened? The king was talking to Songwoo, and then...
Songwoo, a lone warrior, now faces the consequences of his actions.
What did he do? Did he kill the king?
The weight of his choices was crushing him, but he stood firm.
Firm? He's shaking like a leaf.
Songwoo was presented with a fateful decision. A high-stakes gamble.
A gamble? What's at stake?
The reward, unparalleled power, or the punishment, exile and shame.
Exile and shame? That's too much to risk.
But Songwoo chose the safest option, a bronze ticket worth gold.
Gold? That's nothing. He has gold, but...
He's not out of the woods yet. The silver option beckons with catastrophic consequences.
Wait, he can try the silver option too?
Songwoo had accumulated enough gold to attempt the higher risk ticket.
Oh no, what if he fails? He'll lose everything.
His opponent, Ching, was a ruthless foe, with a reputation for crushing her opponents.
Ching? Who's Ching?
A formidable opponent, with a talent for manipulation and deception.
Is Songwoo scared? He should be.
Songwoo's focus was on the prize, but his equipment was on the brink of collapse.
His gear is broken. How can he win?
But Songwoo's determination was unwavering, and he was willing to take risks to achieve his goals.
But what if he loses? His reputation will be ruined.
The thought of defeat was a distant concern for Songwoo, but his faith in luck was his only solace.
Luck? That's all he's counting on?
The possibility of success was a tantalizing prospect for Songwoo, but at what cost?
Wait, what's going on? Ching is entering the competition.
The stakes have just gotten higher. Songwoo must confront his rival in a battle for supremacy.
This is it. The final showdown.
Songwoo's heart is racing as he awaits the outcome. But the real question is, will he emerge victorious? Mid-chapter cliffhanger.
And the winner is...
Songwoo's fate hangs in the balance as the competition reaches its climax.
But just as Songwoo thinks he's won, Ching reveals a shocking secret.
Songwoo's world is turned upside down as he realizes the true nature of the competition.
What? This can't be happening.
The rules have changed, and Songwoo must adapt if he wants to survive.
But can he overcome the odds and emerge victorious?
The outcome is far from certain, but one thing is clear. Only one champion will reign supreme.
The battle for the crown has just begun. The expedition force is in chaos, the king is dead. What just happened? Brian looks stunned, holding a message from the expedition leader. What's wrong? What kind of force? Brian received the potion bundle, and he's the only one who knows what it is. What's really going on? The expedition force is still dealing with the mysterious force, and Brian's potion bundle might be the key. Oh no, they're trapped. Brian's trying to keep Anna safe, but they're surrounded by danger. Are they making a mistake? The situation is getting more intense, and Anna's getting scared. Oh no, what's happening? Brian's planning something big, but Anna has no idea what it is. Are they going to be okay? Suddenly, a loud scream pierces the air, and Anna's heart skips a beat. Who's screaming? Someone's been stabbed, and Anna's horrified. Oh my god! What's happening? They need to escape, but Anna's not sure if they can. Can they? Brian's trying to establish an escape route, but it's not looking good. Is it going to work? Can they make it? Dizong's trying to help, but Anna's not sure if he's going to make it. Is he okay? Jinseok's trying to help Dizong, but they're surrounded by danger. Are they going to make it? What's going to happen? The battle's raging on, and Anna's getting scared. What's happening? Suddenly, a loud warning signal pierces the air, and Anna's heart skips a beat. What's happening? Can they? The battle's intense, and Anna's getting anxious. Are they going to be okay? Brian's shouting orders, but Anna's not sure if they'll be enough. What's going to happen? Can they make it? Brian's using the potion shields, but Anna's not sure if they'll work. Will they protect them? The shields are deflecting attacks, but Anna's not sure if they're enough. Can they? What's happening? A loud warning signal pierces the air, and Anna's heart skips a beat. What's happening? They're being attacked, and Anna's not sure if they can defend themselves. Can they? What's going to happen? Brian's being attacked, and Anna's horrified. Oh no! The battle's intense, and Anna's getting anxious. Are they going to be okay? Can he? The battle's raging on, and Anna's getting scared. What's happening?
Gold reward. But at what cost?
He just killed the king.
Quick reflexes and precise sword strikes took him down.
But what's that ominous noise in the distance?
He's earning a considerable amount of gold. Now, but for how long?
This is getting intense.
Another orc hunter defeated. But is he ready for the next challenge?
He's on a roll, but the orcs won't go down without a fight.
Gold reward. But Songwa's strategy is about to be put to the test.
This is crazy, he's unstoppable.
The bus screeches to a halt. Passengers are confused and terrified.
What's happening? Is something wrong?
The orc is revealed. Our hero's worst nightmare come true.
They should have followed the other guy, now it's too late.
The orc charges forward, our hero readies his sword.
He's so brave, but is he really prepared for this?
His clan is cheering him on, but their cheers are about to be silenced.
What's that thing? Is it going to eat him whole?
Our hero blocks the attack. But for how long?
He's not getting pushed back, but the orc is relentless.
The battle rages on, our hero's strength is being tested.
Oh no, he's on fire, and still fighting.
The flames engulf his body, but he refuses to yield yet.
This is it, he's going to die, but will he?
The clash of steel on steel echoes through the air. Our hero's fate hangs in the balance.
He's fighting back, but the orc is far from defeated.
The orc stumbles, our hero senses victory. But at what cost?
He's going to win, but what's that thing on the ground?
The pumbler lies motionless. Its attack foiled, but for how long?
He stabbed it, but it's still moving, and he's running out of time.
Our hero delivers a crushing blow. The orc stumbles. But will it be enough?
I think it's going to die, but what's that sound?
The clash of steel echoes through the air. Our hero's strength is being tested once more.
He's so strong, but is he really going to win this time?
The battle rages on. Our hero's determination unbroken. But for how long?
This is it, the final blow, but will he land it?
Songwa's strategy is proving to be incredibly efficient. But will it be enough?
Wait, is that the end?
But what's that dark figure watching from the shadows?
No. It can't be.
He's just killed the king, and now his minions are closing in. He's been reduced to a mere shadow of his former self, all for the sake of power.
There's no way he can take down so many monsters alone. Is this some kind of quest or mission? He's not just a warrior, he's a leader, but at what cost? I thought you were a great warrior, not a leader. Cruel? That's so not like you. Cruel? That's not even a word for what he's capable of. What does that mean? What? He's not even sure himself. Do you mean abandon? Is that what you're saying? I just meant to make a strategic retreat and reorganize my team. Do you really wonder if Bus will agree with you? This is getting really bad. And it's only going to get worse. This is getting really bad. Oh no, this is going to get ugly. What's Bus going to do? Will he stand by Brian, or will he turn against him? What's Bus going to do? This is not looking good.
Wait, what's happening to the orc chief? Is he?
What's going on? Why is he fleeing? This is so confusing. But one thing's for sure, Brian's in for a wild ride. This is so confusing. What does that mean? Do we have to follow him? CC. The answer is yes. This is getting really scary. Oh, and make sure to take off your chain mail. What's he saying now? What's wrong with our chain mail? Is this some kind of trap? Are they going to ambush us? Is this some kind of trap? This is insane, we can't just follow him. I don't think we have a choice. This is the end. But is it really? This is the end.
He just killed the king. The kingdom trembles, his fate sealed. Anna's words echo. Why must you hand over your armor? A fragile shield against the harsh truth. Anna's eyes widen in terror. What if he gets hurt? What if he can't protect himself? The weight of responsibility crushes him. As Brian's eyes betray the burden he's forced to bear. In the shadows, a sinister force stirs. Its presence hinted at by the student body's uneasy whispers. And then, a shocking revelation. The student body president is not who they seem,